It should be alright.
Oh, brilliant. Well, hello and welcome to a Clash of Fates game. We are in week 4 at the moment, and this game is between SKP, who have took over from Team UK, and are playing the Finest. I've just started my recording. Today, I'll be joined by Godz. Hello, Godz.
Hello, everybody.
Jordan.
Yo, what's up?
And our streamer, Dan.
Hello there.
So, yeah, I mean, we've just been talking about the last 3 minutes, so that's all fine and good. We don't have to go over that again. This recording is just for the players, really, that want to look back and see how they did on the games. So we are just about to get into the loading screen. I don't know if anyone else is in yet at the moment.
Yeah,
not quite.
So.
Yeah, just loaded in.
But I think we discussed. I think the majority went for the purple side in this game. Has anyone gone for the blue side?
So I think if they can somehow protect the jinx, because they pretty much blue team will put all the eggs into a basket and a half. So if they can protect the jinx, she'll do a lot of damage and she'll rip through the whole of red team. But if they can't, yeah, I don't see it working out well, because of the fact that the only other carry is Ari, and she's not exactly AoE. She's a lot more burst. Well, she's not as burst as she used to be, but she is pretty just. After her ultimate, she's not as useful and she's not as strong.
Well, it looks like there's going to be a level 1 play at the moment. If they can catch his Fresh, because Fresh is on his own at the moment, so this is but I think he's going to get away. Oh, he has been hit, and it looks like he's going to put some damage down. Is he going to get away? I think he is. Yeah. That's fine. And they've all spotted him. They're probably going to go and steal their red, maybe, if they stay around there for too long. But Sean, who's playing, I believe... Where is Sean playing? He's playing support, surprisingly. He was the ADC for Team UK, and he left to join a more serious team. So it'd be interesting to see how well this team does against... Finest are doing pretty well in the league. I think they haven't been playing for that long, and they haven't been practicing as much as usual. But they are a very strong team. So we'll see how this gets on.
I wonder how the Shen jungle's going to work out in team fights. A lot of people haven't seen Shen in a while, and just totally forget that as soon as that level 6 comes in, a fight can go from 1v1 to 2v1 pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's just
very true.
Basic power of Shen. So if he does use his ultimate effectively, no matter, regardless of where he is in the map, whether he's jungle or top lane, he can be really effective.
Yeah.
Provided this is for his team.
Well, the two very tanky junglers, so I can't imagine a lot of invading counter jungling going on, so they should be both pretty safe.
I would actually really like to see Bonado actually go into the Shen, because of the fact that Shen isn't that strong at trolling. I would love to see him actually, I would love to see him actually invade.
I thought you were about to say I would love to see the junglers go 1v1. I was like, we're going to be here for a while then.
No, see, and here we go. We've got Vi invading on that red buff, just easily trying to take it away. Because of the fact Shen is that weak, and he just can't contest against the Vi. So it's really good.
I think it's more about the lane swap. He's never really wanted to go into your side of the jungle when your bot lane is there. So, like, for example, Vi had went top, she could collapse upon by 4 people pretty quickly.
Do you know what? I've just I just realised that Vi's the jungler. And I was thinking for a second Nautilus was the jungler. I've seen far too many Nautilus junglers. It really confused me. I was like, hang on a minute, yeah, Vi would kick the shit out of Shen. So yeah, I take that back. That's my bad.
So yeah, lane top, up top, but now the red team bot lane have actually backed. Now they want to contest against this bot lane. They do want to have it to be a 2v2.
Yeah, and they're going for a really early dragon from SKP side, which is good, because as soon as you swap your top lane, your bot lane to top, that's
and that's Nautilus engaging onto Jinx. She's going down. That's an exhaust onto her. She's going to 25% health lane, but a dragon has gone over to the red side already. They're making all the plays at the moment. But it looks like War Machine is coming down onto Lissandra, who is on 25% HP, but Charms come down onto Vi. And this is going to be a 3 versus 2. Is Shen going to be out of the way? He is pretty tanky. Gnat is coming over to help, and he's got the slowdown. And we've gone over to the top lane, and that's a flash coming from Jinx. Managed to get a few rockets down, but it's still 0-0. Fights everywhere at the moment, but no kills.
And
There,
this is,
there isn't really a great deal of CC at the moment to lock teams down on either the top or the other fights are at the moment. And so it's when they've all got their 6 is when fights are really going to start happening a lot more often. They can
Yeah, but that was quite enjoyable to watch.
I do like the fact that as soon as SKP realised it was a lane swap, there's not really much that the Hecarim can do. Hecarim just wants to get the 1v1 so that he can just outright bully the lane. Even though it is enough, he's still going to bully it. You'll see as soon as he gets to level 6 the threat's too high as soon as Nar's and Little Nar.
so yeah, that's actually really good by.
And that's an engage, and it looks like it's going to be first blood. No, the heal coming down, and that's some really. Oh, that grab is fantastic. Can they get anything from it though? But I think he's killed himself. Oh no, the shield has saved him again. It's 0-0 in kills.
But yeah, this is what I was talking about. So Nar is just able to transform out of mini Nar into Mega Nar and then just do so much damage to him, and Hecarim just can't contest. And he's going to go out into mini Nar again and then just poke him out with that range. So this would be really easy for Epic Sex here. But Hecarim is surviving.
Hecarim looks like he wants to engage, but he's slowly backing off.
You can see as soon as Nar has lost his passive and turned into Little Nar form, then the Hecarim can just charge in. And if he misses that boomerang and stops it and misses the engage, then yeah, he's going to get punished for it.
Well, Vi's got her challenger smite, and she's got full HP, and she's looking to engage. It looks like Fresh has been caught out, and it looks like he is going to go down. That is a flash coming from Vi, and that's first blood going over to the jungler for the red team. Can they get anything more out of it though? And it doesn't look like it. It looks like both teams are backing off.
Base counter gank.
Yeah, just a really good counter by Explanado here. It was just good jungle knowledge to know that hey, the Shen was most likely going to be top because blue team bot lane were struggling quite hard. So it was just really good jungle knowledge and just well played by him.
Both junglers are waiting for this. It looks like they're going to gank on, and Shen hasn't still yet moved. I think that was far too late from the jungler. And he's flashed and he's still dead, but they are in a lot of trouble. Gnar might be able to get the triple kill. That is 1. That is 2. And that is 3. A nice triple kill going over to the Gnar.
Yeah, that was a very nice cleanup from Nar. Managed to stay in the game with that. But they are still 700 gold down at the moment. And obviously Dragon's still down, so they are still way behind SKP as well.
But because of the fact that Epic Sex did pick up a triple kill, I'm actually really excited to see what route he's going to go. Because of the fact he's got so much gold now. Let me see, he's sitting on 2.2k. I'm not sure whether he's going to go full tank or build some damage. And here we go.
Good choice. Frozen Mallet.
We're going to see that Frozen Mallet coming out. That will allow him to stick to the Hecarim as well and really hurt him and reduce his passive damage, of course.
Yeah. Frozen Mallet, just a nice mix between tankiness and offensive ability, and again it just provides that really annoying slow so that he can stop that Hecarim from getting onto him and being able to kite during mini-mark. Bot lane has swapped down. Blue team bot lane have now swapped down to bot lane again.
This is a good play by them. The Gnar knows that even though he's got these kills, he can't stop this Hecarim just yet. So it's good for them to just keep this Hecarim down and push him in. Just deny him so much CS.
I think it's the fact that they don't want the 2v2 lane. Because Gnar can handle a 2v2.
And that's an engage. I mean, that's a 3 versus 1. It looks like Lysandra is just going to get away. They are on the chase, but Jinx is going down to protect that tower.
Yeah, I completely agree. It is quite simple as I was saying before. Jinx is so immobile, and every single time Nautilus will just either land a hook onto Thresh or Jinx, and they'll just do so much damage onto them.
Again, that Vi is really giving Shen a bit of trouble. He's not letting him get that red buff.
Yeah, just really good jungle pressure from Explanado here. Just knowing that he is much stronger than Shen, and Shen just not got that dueling potential early.
It'd be interesting to see if SKP swapped their bot lane back down to bot again, just for this dragon pressure. It's coming up in 30 seconds.
They definitely should
That's
consider.
good spot, and it looks like Ari has gone in, and she's going to get the kill. No! Oh, Shen flashing in, but not being able to get the Q off. That's very well played by Lysandra in the mid lane.
Yeah, it was just unfortunately, NIB Shadow just wasn't able to. We just didn't take into consideration that Lysandra did have ulti and Canal stuff, so it was really bad by him not to foresee that. But
well, it was worth a try, really.
yeah.
Well,
So-
go for trying at all, can you? And then we also saw the Jinx rocket come out to try and catch Lysandra as soon as he hit the fountain. Unfortunately, he just missed.
Unfortunately,
Looks like
So, yeah.
Civ, the bot lane is going down for the red team. Look like they're going to try and get a gank of bot in a minute. They've got all their ultis up as well, so this should be good unless they've spotted them. And I think they have. They are backing off.
this is really sad. I want this. This should be an easy dragon for red team here because they just have a lot more pressure. Sivir has the BF sword over Jinx's pickaxe. Vi's just finished the Cinderhawk, whereas Shen is still sitting on that Ranger's Trailblazer. This should be. They just simply have way more ice to run.
I'm interested in the Hecarim build though. This is another one of those times where, see, when you go for the Ignite teleport, it really should be rushing those home guard boots and just waiting in base for when you go for Dragon.
Well, it looks like there's going to be a 3v3 in the bottom. Let's see if Nautilus can get a... And he is going in, but the jungler on the red side was pretty low, and they've put everything down on the support. Is that really the right target? But anyway, it's still 3-for-3. No one's gone down yet, and it looks like it's just going to be oh, Vi is coming in from the side, and she's managed to get down. That is Fresh going down. The TP coming down from Gnar. Can Jinx survive? I think she can just. And here comes Aura as well. That's a flash coming down from Sivir. Gnar manually falling, and she slams into the wall. That should be a kill over to the blue team, but Sivir might not get. No, that's get jocked. So that was a 2-for-1. 3-for-1 over to the blue team. That was very well turned around by the blue side.
That was a nice TP by Lenar.
And Meganar with the banters. 5-0 in Gnar. And the flash ignite. The flash ignite, sorry, the flash charm. And it looks like, oh wow. These are some very, very close plays at the moment.
Yeah, the flash, the dash as well. Unfortunately, Shen just didn't have enough damage to finish off the Hecarim there, so it was unfortunate. 2 flashes gone for no kill on Hecarim. Wasn't the best play, but that was a really nice TP by Epic Sex here. Just literally again saving his team and actually allowing them to come up ahead on that. It was a bit late, but it was good enough so that he could just do what he needed to do and just get so many kills. And the later this game goes, I think the better that blue team are gonna go. So allowing them to get ahead like this, especially on their main tank, is really good, and this should be really positive for them.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see who he actually focuses in fights as soon as he gets this frozen mallet. If he tries to stop and nerf the Hecarim, or if he turns around and thinks, oh, we can actually take Lysandra here, we can take Sivir and make a blower ult or make a blower flash.
I think right now, if they do have a fight, he's definitely going to be focusing onto that Sivir, onto that Lysandra, because he feels so strong.
Yeah, definitely.
So guys, just a quick question about the league at the moment. There seems to be a few problems going on with the league with teams getting members and sticking as a team. Do you think we should get rid of the limit on the teams and just anyone should be able to join anyone's team and we'll just keep it as simple as that? Or so you think there should be a limit to stop people from just randomly getting people in? But there seems to be a fight in the top lane and Hecarim has ultied out and that rocket has just missed him. And we've gone over to the bot lane and it looks like it's 2 versus 1 onto Gnar. Gnar hasn't seemed to back and he is just going to get dropped down. And Vi is going to pick out Ari and that's going to be a 2-for-1. She is going to get dropped down really, really quickly. Some sloppy play coming over from the blue side.
Yeah, that's the power from SKP. These comp at the moment, they can just force these picks. And as I said, when they hit the 6, that's when all the CC can come out and they can lock anyone down. So when you come to the actual team fights, if they can lock the Arya and Jinx down, Finest will lose these fights because they'll just have damage to back up. And you've got the likes of Lysandra, Hecarim, Nautilus and Vi, all of them have got a single target CC in a way. So it'll be very difficult to keep them off their carries.
So going back anyway, guys, what would your suggestions be for the league? Do you think we should just keep it to an open, anyone can join any team to get these games going? Because a lot of people are having difficulties getting their matches going on time. Do you think it would free it if people could just join any team willy-nilly?
I believe there are positives and negatives, so it is nice to have consistent roster and being on every week, and that would be preferred. So I guess it keeps it like a mini LCS, but obviously, like you were just saying, the availability can be, and actually getting games together can pose an issue. So
I think it would be a good idea, but at the same time, if you're missing a player and then you suddenly just like, oh, one of my challenger friends is free, do you fancy playing tonight? And then they carry the game for it. It's not really fair, but I think that's one of the downsides to it.
Yeah, that's why I would prefer to keep it consistent, the same teams pretty much every weekend. That's the roster.
But a lot of teams are struggling at the moment, so maybe we'll have to find a balance.
Not entirely sure how they'll go about doing it.
Anyway, back to the game. It is 6-6, and it looks like the red team are snowballing ahead. They are nearly 5k up in gold at the moment.
Yeah, because of those picks that they managed to get done in the same, they were just doing really well. And now they're grouped up, they can actually potentially force a fight and actually win. I think in a group 5-5 situation with Meganar, especially around this Drake that's about to come out.
So Gennar's TP is up, so they could engage.
This dragon's going to be up in 30 seconds again, and you can see that the Nars just split pushing with his TP, ready to go. This is another one of those times where Hecarim, he's going for the Trinity Force rush as opposed to keeping the pressure on the map with those home guard boots.
I think it allows him more damage overall in terms of the team fight, but obviously he does lose that, I guess, element of surprise if he wants. But blue team should really be getting into position for this Drake. I'm not entirely sure if they know it.
I think they should just let it go.
Really? 3-0 Drakes?
Yeah, well, put it this way, they're down almost 3k in gold. They've lost all the towers, they should just try and push mid instead. There's no way they can contest.
They have a 5-1 now.
So they are going for it. And that is a smite going over to the blue team. That was an excellent smite, but how many lives are they going to cost? That's one going down. 1 for 1 at the moment. That's a great ulti from Gennar, but no damage to follow up. And it looks like that is going to be an ace. I don't think Fresh is going to get out of this. Again, it wasn't really worth getting the dragon. Great dragon steal, but to lose all members.
They were just simply outnumbered there. They didn't have, they said it didn't have the gold they're behind at the moment, so forcing the fight like that. The steal was fine. Can't complain about that, but they shouldn't have actually followed in with the rest of the team.
Yeah, they could have potentially just gone for the steal and hope for the best. To be honest, it was just quite simply Ari died too early. Like, she's not the strongest right now, but she's the only other damage, and Jinx is actually fairly strong with that eye edge in comparison to Sivir, who only has the ingredients to an eye edge but not actually finished it, so she doesn't have that 250% crit. So if they could have just protected the Jinx in that fight, then it would have gone well, and if they were actually a 5, it would actually have worked out fairly well, but because they were mispositioned and they wasn't actually grouped, I don't think, obviously what happened occurred and they all pretty much died separately.
Yeah, the problem was they were too split up. You had the Jinx and Thresh at the top lane, and it was Nautilus and Lysandra just collapsing, putting both ults on the Jinx, and then Nar coming in for the bottom side, trying to save Ahri basically.
Yeah, that's literally it. But yeah, unfortunately, Ahri just died too early in the fight, but it was really nice deal by MIB Shadow here.
So guys, going back to the league as well, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer having one big league with all the teams in it, or would you prefer to have like 2 groups and then maybe the top 2 teams from each group play in a knockout stage to see who wins?
Maybe easier.
I think that bit would be depending on the amount of teams.
Yeah, that's literally it. If there's a ridiculous amount of teams, then obviously...
There would be, I think there would be a cap, like at the moment, like say for instance 10 teams or something. But at the moment, a few people are saying that the league is pretty long. I mean, 6 months is quite a long time to play, and there's always going to be dramas.
Yeah, if you split it up into smaller splits, then I think that would work out a lot better.
Well, let us know who.
And again, it's all due to timings of what people can do as well. People won't be able to play for 6 months straight, unfortunately. They'll have to keep swapping out.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think the 6 months was too long. We did try to organise like a talk before the season started to see what people were interested in doing, and a lot of people said about having just one big league and doing it that way. But it's turned out that people aren't happy with it now, and I guess in the first season it's a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, definitely, and it take from.
Fortunately, you can't send everything to everyone's favour, can you?
No, that is very, very true.
Likes what sort of.
I was definitely up for the 2 groups though, and then having a knockout like playoff tournament at the end to see who wins from both groups.
You could even do something like, for example, if you've got, say, 16 teams. To 4 groups of 4, just a round robin. Then winners of the 4 groups go through to the next stage. Then you've got like 3 weeks for the semi-final, final, third place match.
Yeah, it does sound good. I mean, we probably should be aiming for probably like a month. That way, that teams could prepare for it, and a month isn't too long for playing League.
Don't know.
But that's an engage coming on the bot lane. No one's gone down at the moment. A few flashes and a few spells. But it looks like Red side are really vulnerable in this tower. And Hecarim is going all in, but he is dropping very, very low. But Alessandra is going down. And they managed to get the tower, but how many lives is it going to cost him? Still nobody goes down. And that is the first kill going over to Jinx on fire. And that's the second kill, 3 kill, 4 kill. I think Alessandra is going to get away, but that is, again, the blue team getting into the game. Still 5k behind.
Jinx and Ari just had there. You could see the entire SKP was just going straight for those 2. And they managed to peel so well back that they couldn't carry on chasing.
Oh, there was a pink ward in that bush. They know they're doing it. But I think Alessandra's going to back, and this should be an easy Drake if they can get it. Shen isn't that tanky at the moment.
Yeah, this is very free Baron, but Alessandra's back.
Sorry, yeah, Baron, not Drake. I'm not the only one that makes that mistake.
So yeah, that was really good. This is the power of blue team, as I was stating before. If they are able to just sit back and protect the carries, that's it. They just win fights, because especially since Jinx is so strong right now. She's got that edge, she's moving on to that Zeal, either for a PD or a static shift, so she just does a lot of damage. And if they can just keep protecting her and make sure she doesn't die too early, then they should easily just mop up these fights.
It was interesting that fight. I was thinking it wasn't going to go in blue team's favour, especially when the Gnar was at 0 rage when they started to engage, but peeled back so well, landed the Qs on the right targets, and then re-engaged at the end and got both of the tanks back into tower range.
Would you say that's well played to the blue team, or was that just a mistake from the red?
I think it was a bit of both, really.
I think the red team was definitely overconfident, but you can see now that the Hecarim can't stand up to this now and can't go in the same lane. But
there's most likely another free takeover to red team.
yeah.
I think even if blue team do really well, that if they keep allowing red team all these free drakes, then it's just not going to work out in their favour. Just because they will be really strong when they finally dive that Jinx with 5 drakes, and they will be able to burst her.
I think the 4 finest, they've kind of weathered the storm. It's now that you can see the Shens now becoming really tanky and becoming just a nuisance for the backline. They really need to get on this Jinx in the fight. If they can't get on this Jinx, they're not going to be able to do this.
Well, that is the tower going down pretty fast over to the blue team. So they pulled it back. They're only 2k behind now, the blue team. They were doing really well to bring themselves back into this game.
Yep.
the fight in Baron just really changed it for them, just allowing them so much pressure now. So,
They just want to push towers now with this bar and get as much of the gold back in their favour as they can. As you can see, to get this tower, they're going to make it pretty much even.
Well, Godz should be able to get this tower. But it looks like Sivir is also pushing the mid as well.
oh, so yeah, Jinx really needs to back right now. She needs to be there because her and Ari.
Well, it looks like they're about to trade a tier 1 for tier... No, they are flashing out, and that's an engage going on into the Sandra. Can they get anything? Godz is coming down. This is going to be interesting. Are they going to get away? And here comes the Godz that gets the slow down on Sivir. Sivir, has she got a flash? There's the flash goes. And that's a Jinx versus a Vi. What can the Jinx do? That's a flash, a slow, and I think the Jinx is going to go down by the Sandra. But that is also another fight, so that is a 1v1 at the moment. Can they get anything more out of it? Godz is trying to chase it down.
Yeah, there's not much that's gonna come off this.
Tower?
No, without Jinx, they've pretty much got no AD, so they haven't really got much tower
The
pressure.
minion wave is quite far behind as well.
Well, I see them just turning and pushing this bot lane in.
Yeah, they should just go to the side lanes and push a big group of Jinx and see where they can go from there. I would like to see some like ward pressure. I would like to see blue team get some wards down to the enemy jungle because of the fact they do have currently quite a bit of pressure, especially if they stick with the fight.
I just want to say as well that the blue team are now only 500k behind. But that is an engage coming down the bottom. And Godz is very, very tanky. He looks like he's about to go Mega Gnar, and he has. But can they get anything? We got Fresh coming down from the bottom, and they are just completely taking him down. He is so, so tanky. Is he going to get the lantern? No. And Gnar is going to get dropped. And the shutdown go does go over to the red team.
Yeah, it does. It's unfortunate that he had overstayed and then he got punished for it.
That's another engage coming down. A good hook from Fresh to get down on the tanky Vi though. And that is Ari getting dropped very, very fast. And that is Fresh going down as well. And there's the TP coming down from Hecarim, and he looks like he's going to get... No one's going to get away from this. But Jink managed to get one. Can they get anything more out of it? Hecarim isn't taking them down very, very fast. And I think Sean just killed himself by going in there. That's a triple kill over to Jinx. But again, the Vid team coming out strong on this one.
I must admit. And
It's not over just yet.
And Gnar, it looks like he's going to get the pick on the sand. He's going to jump over it. Oh, so close. But a flash from Gnar. And one more. Oh! Just out of range. One more. Has he got the boost? She's about to run away. Oh, there you go. Just not fast enough. Gnar does manage to pick it back and brings it back into even scores. And Gnar isn't finished yet. Still good on the Hecarim. This Gnar is playing fantastic. And he's about to go Mega Gnar. Is he going to do anything? No, he's going to try and run away. You've got Sivir coming round. But again, I think he's well overextended. Can he get anything out of it? And that's just Gnar overextending there.
Yeah, that's just another overextension by Epic's X, which he just didn't need to do. He is really strong right now. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't do any mistakes like that, because he is basically the key to winning for blue team to win this game. He pretty much is again, like I said, the main tank. He's the main focus. If he can stay alive and just protect things, then basically wins blue team the game. So you really vital to them.
I must admit, Althea, the Jinx currently right now, his position in the last few fights has been almost perfect. You've probably seen the last fight there. Dodged the buy Q, dodged the grab from the Nautilus, kited back.
Yeah,
Just
good performance from the field here, I'm not gonna lie as well. That's a really good point out, and shout outs to him. His positioning's been pretty good, and now that he's got that life still, he's actually able to kite a lot more effectively and actually did a lot of damage.
So you've got Baron and Drake up in 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and it's looking very even. You've got to look back 20 minutes ago, the red team were about 6k up in gold. I think they were 2 and 11 kills up, something around that. And now 20 minutes later, they're 16, 17. There's only about 2k gold, and they're both on 5-5 towers.
Yeah, they've just done really well to come back, and this is just the power of their team now coming into play. They survived the early game, and now this is the late game where blue team just continues going here.
The battle of the tanks at the moment between Vi and Gunnar. Gunnar is putting some damage down, but he's going to go to Mini Gunnar soon. And the fight has engaged. There's a Shen taunt coming over Lysandra. It looks like she's going to get dropped. No, the Hourglass is going to come out. And that looks like Jinx is going to go down. Can they get anything back? That is Fresh going down as well. At the moment, that is a 2-0. Can they get any more? That's a 3-0 at the moment. This looks like it's going to be a clean-up. Can Shen get anything out of it? And that looks like it's going to be a 4-0 over to the red side. Have the blue team just thrown the game away?
I think that was more the kiting back as soon as they seen Meganar was already done.
And that is an ace going over to the red team.
I think that was just a very unfortunate timing because they started that fight as soon as the Meganar ran out. So he didn't have time to use that ultimate. He was in perfect position to use that ultimate and grab them into the in that little lock point there by Dragon. They just ran out, unfortunately.
So everything I just said 5 minutes ago, it is now 16-22, and the red team have now got a 6k lead.
That's a good call by blue team though. They know that red team hasn't backed it, and they're basically saying, come and fight us and lose the game, or they'll take ban.
So yeah, that was unfortunate by red and blue team there. Yeah, like you were saying, Meganar did run out, so that main tank wasn't able to be as tanky as he should be, and there was just so much focus onto that Jinx, and there's no way she could get out of any of that CC. So really,
and the Gunnar has gone over to the blue team, and Lysandra, that's a 2! Sorry, not a 2, that's a 1. Gunnar is trying to put some damage down, but he is suddenly backed off, and the red team are backing away.
Yeah, that was good play by the blue team there. They knew that it was going to be SKP to just go for that dragon straight after that fight, especially the death timers being so low.
yeah, so it was a really good call, and now they have the minions to actually deal with this inhibitor, so it's actually not that much of an issue. And he's Epic 6, because of his TP coming about 20 seconds, he can easily just sit down in their base and actually just clear the minions, and then if blue team do get into a fight, he can easily just hopefully with that Meganar and just absolutely destroy.
I've yet to see a TP Hecarim this game coming out of the base with the home guards on.
Oh, it happened in the bot lane when they pushed the tower down. But he didn't actually get anything off it very well, so...
No, they're really not utilising the Hecarim TP very well whatsoever at the moment. He's always there already in the fights, so he's not able to use a TP.
I think that's simply just because he can't actually 1v1 the Nar, so he's just completely scared. He would rather be with a team than even attempt to go against that Nar. And rightfully so. Nar is very stronger now, and still just gonna only get stronger.
And of course the problem with that is that you lose so much pressure from the Hecarim.
Yeah, if the Hecarim is going to have that mentality, then he should have changed the Ignite to Smite and just went the OP Hulk in top lane.
So what the Finest could do now, quite easily, because they've got the TP on Nard, they could easily do a 1-3-1 push. Because they'll keep the supers away from the mid lane, and they've just got to be careful of the full engage, but if they can actually react fast enough with the Shen ultimate and Nard TP, they can easily do the 1v1 push. 1-3-1.
Yeah,
And they can spread that Baron through all 3 lanes and have the minions push for them.
I think this is really good by blue team. If they've actually just got a few the jungle fever has actually managed to get a few wards out into their jungle just to make sure that they don't, because they know that red team excels at picks, and if anyone gets caught out on the blue team, then that's pretty much a lost team fight no matter what, because they need to be a 5. So yeah, this is just really good warding. But I think more people need to get in wards. As you can see, Shen is upgraded into the pink trinket, and Ari is invested into the yellow trinket. So there should be plenty of wards going around, plenty of people going out to the blue side of the map.
I can see 3 wards on that bottom side of the blue-red, and then 2 in the red's top side. So you've got a sort of mix of defensive and offensive.
Yeah, but I'm actually surprised because if anything, red teams should be warding a lot more effectively. They're the ones that have the pick potential. They're the ones that have the Vi ultimate, the Lissandra ultimate. They want to be being aggressive. They want to hopefully catch out a carry, and then once one person's deleted, they can easily just win a team fight no matter what. I guess it all works now. Just goes down to this next Drake and how each team play about with it. It's going to be up in 1 minute and 30.
Yeah. I think that if they're going to go for the 1-3-1 split push, I think that might not be the right way to go, because if you've noticed in the fights, the chain is basically being the front line and just saying, if you're coming in, then I'm going to taunt your back line.
Well, that was a TP into the mid. Interesting TP.
Yeah. I think Nars preempting the gank.
That was really unfortunate that he's used the TP now, because now blue team lose so much pressure, and now that Nars again lost that TP. Really unfortunate. Yeah.
Gnar is on his own at the moment. Are they going to run around and get the gank up? This is going to be a fight. How long can Gnar tank this for? And here they go, and Gnar's gone into Mega Gnar. That is a fight at the moment, and it is still 0-0. No one to be dropped, and the Sivir is going down by the Gnar, and that is Jinx going down by the Lissandra. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment. This is a very, very long, dragged-out fight at the moment. That is an hourglass coming down for Arby. She's managed to get away. It is still a 1-for-1, and that is an hourglass going for Lasagna. And Gnar is still alive. He is going on, and at the moment, that is a 2-for-3 over to the red team. Can they get anything? War Machine just trying to attack this as much as can. Can they get away? And that is a flash.
Just gonna go for the Drake here. Again, same thing. Once again, if they don't get protection onto that Jinx, as he gets deleted way too early in the fight, then blue team will lose every single time. And that's exactly what just happened. Jinx died so early, and because of all the CC that red team are able to put out, and they're just focusing.
This is going to be their 5th dragon as well. Blue really need to contend it, but can they? That's the question.
No, he's definitely going to hop in and attempt to. Yeah.
Already, bloody hell. That was an interesting move. Drake wasn't even anywhere close to being finished, but he might get a kill out of it. He is so tanky. I think he's just trying to stall them out.
Yeah, he's stalling out for the team to arrive.
Oh, but the red team still managed to get the dragon. Oh, he's so tanky. If only he had a few other people with him, they could have got something with that.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. He did try, and that was really nicely played to attempt to distract the red team from getting the Drake there, but unfortunately his efforts were in vain, and just his team were nowhere nearby to basically attempt to help him. So that was really unfortunate there. But yeah, now red team have so much more pressure. They have the 5th Drake, and Baron's about to be up in 24 seconds, so this should be very easy for them. They'll force blue team into a team fight, and I'm pretty sure blue team will not want a team fight against the 5th Drake.
Might be what they're doing at the moment. It looks like Nautilus has used everything onto pressure. That is Nautilus ultimate down. Is that the right time?
That was definitely not the right time. Why would you get rid of one of your main CCs that you need to actually lock down this Jinx and actually get rid of her? I'm just really surprised by that, and it wasn't a good idea. But blue team don't seem to be reacting to this Baron there.
Oh, I must say, dirty scrub Diamond 5 supports there for you.
Simply put, though, team don't actually have any vision on this Baron, but they can't react to something they can't see, unfortunately.
This is again bad warding, but I guess they are scared of face shaking into that blue team. Thresh did try to get a ward, but
I just actually rewinded that back to see the dragon attempt, and after the Jinx rocket hit that dragon, it had 28 health left.
Bloody hell. So it was close. Nearly did a wild turtle. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, this is just it seems like the beginning of the end. This is where the red team have just adopted so much pressure, and now they're able to exude that across all three lanes. Top lane's naturally pushing. They push down the mid inhib, so now that's going to be pushing with super minions, and now they've got Baron minions in the bot lane with all 5 of them. This is going to be quite intense, and hopefully we'll attempt to see blue team hold it off.
Well, the Dragon buff should be going down soon, so they managed to get an inhib for it. Can they get anything else?
Well, again, fortunately, we talked about how blue team do have the Shen ultimate. They do have the TP from Na, so they should be able to defend against this push in the mid lane from the super minions, and still be able to have a 5-5 fight. And now with the Shen's ultimate now being level 3, that shield is actually going to be, well, obviously shielding for quite a lot, for 850 damage to be exact, so that's a lot of effective HP on that thing.
But here comes the split push anyway. Is Shen going to go down and help that tower instead of farming? It looks like he's on his way.
That's the dragon buff now worn.
Dragon buff gone, I still have that Baron buff to the minions push again for them.
Yeah, and now Shen is actually being Hecarim in the top lane, so this will work out well for them.
And Hecarim is going back. If they decide to engage now, Shen has got his ultimate. But Hecarim does have his TP as well, so you might get your wish there, Jordan.
Oh, that's the Na ultimate being forced out of him. That's not going to work out well for the blue team.
Yeah, I would have just liked to have seen that full engage there under the turret.
This is it.
Well, there you go. You called it, and you have got it. Let's see what happens. And ultimate coming down.
There's the TP coming in.
Some very interesting plays at the moment. Just watching this, and they're engaging under the tower. But at the moment, they managed to get one. Managed to get 3. Gennaro is about to go into Mega Gennaro. Can he get anything out of it? They really need to get something. And that is a 4 for 0 at the moment.
And
Ace.
There
Is
you
that
go.
game?
That'll be game. That should be game.
That
Oh,
was,
it was so back and forth between the red and blue team. I thought the blue team played very, very well.
I would have
Yeah.
liked to see the QSS on Jinx a lot earlier. They
Yeah.
knew that they were going for her 24/7, so the QSS could have at least got around to one of the ultimates.
yeah,
Alright.
just basically an attempt for Jinx to survive. So what would happen is just in that last fight, Vi would just ulti, and then afterwards Lissandra flash ultied, and she was just CC'd, and the damage was too much for her to take. She needed to build defensive a little bit earlier because of the fact that she knew that she was getting dived. Unfortunately, also it was just a mixture of Na not having ultimate, Shen actually using his ultimate onto Jungle Fever, and just again not enough peel because of the fact that Fresh was so low. So it's just nothing that they can do. Because, yeah.
Well, other than the blue side playing very, very well this game, we predicted that the purple team was going to win, and they have done. So we're going to go over to the man of the match, the MVP. So guys, your top 3. We'll start with you, Jordan.
Top 3, surprisingly, it's only going to be one member of the winning team. I think the man of the match is going to be Epic Sex in top lane. He pretty much dominated the early game with his TPs, and his TP, or his even attempts at just zoning out the Sivir in every single fight was phenomenal. Second would probably be Jinx, and then lastly, I'm thinking it's going to be the Lissandra. Because every single fight she's somehow managed to either get an ult down in the middle of the team, or just outright ult the Jinx.
Oh, interesting. A 2 for 1 over to the blue team then. Godz, what about you? What's your top 3?
For me, it would definitely be I think Vi is actually the unspoken hero here. Although she didn't seem like she was doing especially well. First of all, her KDA is amazing. That's 10, 4 to 19. That's just so much. Really good. She was actually the one that was securing the early drakes, actually allowing them that pressure early, and just using good ultimates and actually getting those picks that she needed to do. And she just made sure that she used those abilities where she needed to, and X Fernando just actually did really well and just allowed their team to win because of that focus on Jinx.
Yeah, nice. Is that a bit of favouritism coming over there, I think?
No.
Vi did play very well. Vi's in my top 3. What about you, Dan? How do you feel?
I'd definitely say the Gnar. Well, that's just unspoken. He played really well. Just unfortunate timings. A couple of times with the Mega Gnar and that ultimate at the last team fight, of course. Having to use that, but otherwise, yeah, Gnar will be my top 1. And it'll be the 2 AD carries after that, because I thought their positioning was brilliant. Apart from one point where Jinx got left rather very back and just got annihilated at that second to last team fight in the mid lane. But Sevilla didn't actually see much coming out of her because of all the chaos, but she was really well positioned and putting the damage down where she needed to.
Interesting. So the red team won.
Most damage in the game.
Interesting. So the red team won, but the blue side got most MVP players. So I believe it's Gnar or Vi. I believe everyone's going to probably vote for Gnar more, though. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be now. I can see how the Vi zoned out the Jinx every single fight and made her just play so far back every single time and make her focus the carries, but the Gnar was constantly like trying to fight 1v2, 1v3, 1v4 and getting the ults every time.
Oh, brilliant. Well, congratulations for Gnar, and unlucky about that loss. So yeah, this has been the game between SKP and Finest, and we'll see you for the next game. Peace.
Thank you, everyone.